Hello, everyone, and welcome to our monthly energy healing call, the healing call on peace, on stilling the monkey mind chatter so that you can tap into the frequency and experience of peace. There are many high vibrational feelings that we want to call in: love, joy, bliss, harmony. And I think of all of these, love and peace provide the strongest foundation for us because one brings in the other and can in turn lift us up to experience all that joy and bliss and harmony and flow that is available to us when we get out of the way of ourselves, when we still the monkey mind chatter and come into that place of silence, stillness, and peace. It's where we access the real power that we have. When you want to truly experience the ultimate power that you hold in this life, it is going to come from that inner peace and stillness and silence and from the vibration of love. So, keeping that in mind, let's just take a brief review. We are entering into the last quarter of 2018, which has been a very challenging year energetically, physically, and emotionally all around the world. And, pretty much everyone I connect with has at some point during this year gone through or experienced something that was harder than anything they've ever experienced before, even if just witnessing the conditions on the earth all around us, the global, it's hard to put a word to it because I just am feeling it. The global fractious energy that's happening right now can be very challenging no matter how aligned and peaceful you may be. When you step out of your bubble and look around, it can take you out. So know when this is happening, things are shaking up so that we can have the space created for the new up-leveled fifth dimensional energy that's already been coming in and is going to continue coming in with greater degrees of potency and frequency. If you are out of alignment with that higher vibrational frequency, you're going to feel the pain. You're going to feel even more challenged. Breakdown is breakthrough, and that's what we've been seeing with ever increasing intensity on the global stage this year, and likely in your personal world and even within you. For me, time has been the greatest example of these shifts in the last little bit. 5 minutes can seem to take forever to pass. And then I turn around and it's 5 hours later. And I have been doing things. I'm not saying that I'm dropping out of life or out of what I was intending to accomplish in the day, but it's literally turning around and saying, how did it become 8 o'clock at night? So that disruptive energy of time not feeling the same as it always does is the call to us recognizing things are shifting and things are changing. I've also had the experience lately, without any monkey mind chatter even being present, of finding it difficult to stay centered, grounded, and balanced. I have had different experiences in my meditation where when I am in a deep place doing my deep, long meditations, I feel, what is happening here? Nothing is happening here. And again, at times this is the monkey mind chatter that I have to check and send to my timeout room with my infinitely unrolling scroll of a to-do list. You need to go in there and do not come out until you have checked off everything on that list. And if you can see the faces, it looks like a little kid, like, what? When you say, this is your homework, get it done now or you have no ice cream. That's the look of my monkey mind chatter when I send it into that timeout room and it sees that scroll, but then it stays busy and leaves me alone. So sometimes in my meditations it's that. And other times it's even more confusing because it's not that. And that's when I have to breathe and come into an even deeper sense of stillness within myself to tap into the peace of knowing things are shifting. Nothing is as it was. Open to what the new is offering to the new that is being promised. And through that process of allowing, of being with these new energies, I have had absolutely profound new experiences, including the preparation for this activation today. New people some higher selves of people that are still alive, as well as divine beings have been present and will be present here today. So that's just a whole new layer of how we can tap into having these soul-to-soul connections and conversations and helpful collaborations with the higher selves of people that we may not even have met. So keeping all of that in mind, that this new energy is different, unfamiliar, wonky, powerful, delicious, delightful, and oh so expansive, it's also a little unsettling, and that is normal. So how do you tap into and flow these new frequencies? Well, it requires a solid foundation upon which you must stand to open, awaken, and expand. When you feel the experience of the old, I thought I had gotten clear of this. I thought I had shed this. Why am I having fears about money? Why am I having fears about my ability to deal with the realities of the money challenges in my life? Or conversely, with the influx of all this new money, how do I stay me with all this new stuff coming at me? That's the point when you know you need to do something to bring yourself into alignment and a state of stillness. And that's where this work and this activation comes in. To tap into and flow these new energies requires that you stand upon that firm foundation and declare to yourself, to all, to the universe, I am open and receptive to all good. I am ready to awaken and expand into all I am here to be, do, have, and create. Without your conscious commitment, without your instruction to the divine that you are open and ready for more, you're not going to get it. So in this remaining quarter of 2018, from September through December, which is really profound that we are already here at the very beginning, the very first day of this last quarter, here we are doing this work to still the monkey mind chatter and open to peace. And I must say, when you open, things happen. So somehow in the calendaring, maybe that's a better way to say it, the date for this monthly energy healing call, I missed that this was the first day of September and had it on my calendar for next Saturday, the 8th. And then Michela, see, there are no accidents if we open. Michela, who you heard before the recording start, if you're on this call live, posted on Facebook inviting people. This was totally unsolicited. She invited people to join this call. Thank you again so much for that support and that co-creation, Michela. And she said, the next healing call, this was a few weeks ago, will be on September 1st. And I was like, no, it's not. It's on the 8th. And then I looked at my calendar and I was like, by gum, she's right. It's the 1st. And that opened the door for the possibility of that old masculine on top of things. Why do you think I send my monkey mind chatter into a timeout room with an infinite to-do list? Because I love checking stuff off a to-do list. It doesn't matter if it's the stuff I needed to do or not. It doesn't matter if it was the most important thing or not. If I can check a bunch of stuff off in a day, I'm yoo-hoo! Yee-haw! So excited. I have the power and I am feeling it. That's the old me. The new me, the old me would have received that information. Look what you did. You don't even have it right. You're over here getting everything ready for the 8th, and you have to have one of your students, one of your colleagues, budding colleagues, because yes, she is that, and so are all of you, to tell you and the world that it is not the 8th, it is the 1st. That's the old monkey mind chatter. The new me was like, whew, thank you, Michela. Thank you, universe, for setting me straight so that we can tap into the potency of this last quarter of 2018 beginning right there on the 1st of September. That's what happens when you come into a state of peace and flow with love as the foundation upon which you stand. You are open and receptive to all good wherever it is coming from. So, the energy of this last quarter is supporting us in this. August may have shaken you up a bit. I know it did me. It brought up a lot of old stuff, the themes I've already touched upon, the not enough, the too much, the how can I get it right, I didn't get it right, all the old stuff that I thought I had cleared, resolved, and released. Well, there it is again, coming up at those deeper lingering levels to be fully and finally released. I know I'm hearing this from a lot of my clients that are at the same time as they're opening and expanding, they are also having stuff happen, whether it's within, with the monkey mind chatter, whether it's in their world, their personal world, whether it's in their family, friends, relationships, or in areas around them. Lots of people living through all these massive fires and other hurricanes and volcanoes. There's a lot of shaking up going on. And this bringing it, here it is again, is asking us to fully and finally release those deeper lingering levels of that which does not serve. Fearless honesty with yourself and the courage to clear all of this is asked of each one of us in these remaining months of 2018. It's as if these last several years have been a marathon, and though you are weary, depleted, even in many ways, so done with all of this, the finish line is in sight, and if you keep your eyes forward on that finish line, whether you run, walk, limp, or crawl, resting in between each step forward to that finish line, you get there. That's the promise of the last quarter of 2018, so that as we move forward into 2019 and 2020, where these new vibrational, higher vibrational energies of the 5D are coming in even stronger, we're there, waiting, ready to receive, as if you're going to have that medal, that Olympic medal placed around your neck. So be willing to let go of what doesn't serve: anger, resistance, jealousy, judgment of self and others, shame, regret, worry, sadness, overwhelm, and all the other low, dense vibrational feelings, and open to the truth and light of you. In co-creation with the divine, call in what more is possible. Be willing to fulfill and receive all your divine assignments and missions. Be open to receiving all of your divine intuitive gifts with ease and grace. They're there. You don't have to work for them. You just have to open and receive. Doing this requires time and stillness and silence, connecting to yourself, your higher self, your soul, flowing you as one with the divine. And this requires discipline and the willingness to release the monkey mind chatter that speaks of the loss, limitation, not going to happen, it's too late, you're not going to get it right, you can't do this, everything is too much, everything I do, everything I touch turns to crap, and so on and on and on. All of that must be released. It's not real anyway. Your thoughts direct your feelings. Your feelings can create your thoughts. Whether you're judging, accepting, directing, it is essential to be mindful of the interplay of the almost infinite loop, if you imagine that infinity symbol that goes around and around between your thoughts and feelings, and then when the action is time to take action, that's going to direct the action steps that you take, what action steps the universe takes on your behalf, and therefore the experience that you have. It's essential to be mindful of both the thoughts you're holding and the feelings you're giving life to before taking any action, so that once you do take action, it can be that which is in your highest interest and can be positively, favorably supported by the divine. Rearrange or reframe your thoughts so that they match the experience of that which you seek to have in your work, career, relationships, in your vocation, financially, and in general in living your life on purpose. There is a vast space within you where peace, love, light, and joy lie hidden beneath the monkey mind chatter and the other crud. So tap into that. Peace, love, light, and joy is ever present, patiently calling you to tap in and flow in this abundant frequency. Are you hearing the call? Are you making the space within you, physically, emotionally, and energetically, to answer that call and to flow? You've got to let go of everything that isn't peace, love, light, and joy in order to flow in that frequency. True wisdom is to know that you in the physical, in the 3D physical, and the idea that you can make things happen. Again, this was the old me. I made a lot of stuff happen, and it wore out my adrenals and exhausted me. That is not real. It's nothing. The vast stream of infinite love and peace lying in wait for you to feel and flow as one with the divine, with the universe, that's all. That's eternal. That's what you want to tap into. For in that frequency, in that flow, all the physical stuff resolves with ease and grace. And you don't have to make anything happen. You only have to allow the frequency of love, peace, and harmony to flow in, through, and as you. This is how you want to orient your thoughts and feelings, not to the outer external chaos and challenges. This is the feeling and frequency to hold, as that thought and feeling signal your readiness to the universe. So be open and receptive to all good. Say it with me now. Extend your arms out fully with your palms up, and we're going to say this 3 times. I am open and receptive to all good now. I am open and receptive to all good now. I am open and receptive to all good now. And so it is. And so, my dear tribe, we will now begin this activation to release monkey mind chatter and flow peace. This activation invites you to release all that does not serve, to create space for what does.